Hello there everyone, I have something a little different for you today. Not a standard Let's Play, although it is going to be me talking as I play on a game. What I have here is, as it says, Penumbra. Now you're probably sitting there thinking, well, I've done the 3 Penumbra games, what else is there? Well, let me tell you. I was digging through my files, and I found that I completely forgotten about it, but I had the EXE for the original Penumbra tech demo, which was released back in 2006 as a sort of, here's what our new engine can do. Anyway, I'll go into the details. I want to get started because this music for me is quite loud. One thing though, have a listen to this intro. I won't talk over it, but have a listen to it. Because, well, 2 reasons. One, you can get to see how similar the intro in this tech demo is to the actual Penumbra game. And also, see if you can spot what is wrong with the voice actor that they got to play. Just have a listen.
It all began a week after my mother's passing, and I thought that I couldn't be in any worse emotional state. That was before the letter dropped in my mailbox. It was supposedly written by my father, who left my mother before I was even born. The mail contained a note telling me he was dead and asked forgiveness for not being there. There was also a key leading to a safe deposit box. I thought about just throwing it away, but I had always wondered who my father was, and I just couldn't let it go. After an internal struggle, my curiosity won, and I headed to the bank where the box was deposited. In the box was an old book, written in some strange language unknown to me. There were also some notes that I figured must be in my father's handwriting. The text in the notes was hard to read, but after some effort I found out that a lot of them were about a place somewhere in Greenland. I wondered if this place might give me some clues about my late father. Days went by, and I couldn't get this place in Greenland off my mind. I knew I had to go there. Finally, I took a flight to Greenland, and after landing, I had to hitch a ride with a fishing boat. As we arrived at shore, ominous clouds were gathering in the sky. It seemed like a storm was on the way. Despite warnings from the fishermen, I started walking towards my destination. Now that I was close, I couldn't just stop and rest. As I was walking, a strange sensation went through my body. I wondered what was waiting for me out there. A half an hour later, I was caught in a fierce storm. Perhaps I should have listened to the fishermen. I struggled on blindly and thought I was about to die from exposure when I found some sheltering rocks. As I crawled under the rocks, I hit something hard and metallic. A hatch. Somehow I knew this was what I was looking for. I gripped the handle and pulled it open using all my remaining strength. Slowly, I stepped into the unknown.
So that was the intro. Did you spot what was probably wrong with that voice? Okay. So as I was saying, this is the original Penumbra tech demo. And you can see that it does look quite a bit like Penumbra. Oh, one thing I should mention is that you're probably looking at this darkness and thinking, what the bloody hell is over there? For some strange reason, during the sort of test recordings I did of this, yeah, I know about that. The videos seem to render darkness in absolute blackness. I will obviously try to make it as light as possible for you when it comes to that. In fact, I'll turn the torch on now so you can see what the hell's going on. Note. Painkillers. But yeah, there's not a lot I can do. So the darkness for you, at least, will be absolute pitch blackness, and there's unfortunately very little I can do about that. That's just how the video records. Now, the original Penumbra tech demo was, as I mentioned earlier, released in 2006. If you want to read this, I'll just leave it on the screen for a few seconds for you. As a sort of, look what we can do with our new engine. By the then newcomers, Frictional Games. And it was it was literally a tech demo to show off their HPL engine. And the HPL engine, if you don't know, was an engine. I mean, the HPL stands for HP Lovecraft, because it was literally designed sort of. They already had a horror theme in mind for their games. They were already planning that, even when they were first making the HPL engine. They knew they were going to be making horror games. Glad that they did, frankly. And what they did is to sort of show off the HPL engine, they created this little tech demo game. And it was actually so well received because they sort of released it as freeware, and for the record it is still available now. I'll put a link in the description of the video, just because you can actually if you go to Frictional's sort of website, you can actually download it from there. I mean, it's not direct from the website. They link to several other download hosts. But you can pick it up from one of them. Which one you want to use is entirely up to you. But I mean, you can see that the game is pretty much the same as it was in the original one. You can pick things up, drop them, throw them around, all the usual stuff. There are some differences. For instance, if you want to pick something up off the floor, while you can do that, for some reason you can't just pick up the fuel can. I remember when I first played this, it drove me mad for like half an hour. I was running around trying to work out what the hell I wasn't doing. Turns out you have to crouch to pick something up off the floor, which I suppose makes sense, but I'm glad they didn't put that in the final game, Anyway, so this tech demo sort of came out, and it was really, really popular. In fact, this tech demo, I'd always been massively interested in horror games. Always had. Big fan of sort of Resident Evil and Silent Hill and all those other horror games growing up. And a friend told me about this while I was at university. And he said, have you heard of this sort of Penumbra thing? I was like, no, I never heard of it. Because I wasn't a big PC gamer at the time. Because this game actually got me into PC gaming. I had never played a PC... Well, it's okay, that's not strictly speaking true. I had a brief passing with Duke Nukem 3D. Ooh, mysterious. I had a brief passing with Duke Nukem 3D once upon a time. But that was a long time back. Back during the days when the game came on a CD, but you had to restart your computer in order to boot from the CD. That's how long ago it was me playing that. So, this game was pretty much my first sort of serious move into PC gaming, and it really did sort of start snowballing from there. These days, I only ever mostly play PCs. PC games, even, get it right. And, now that's important to remember, and I'll show you why. Incoming. Now, if you've played Penumbra Necrolog, you may recognize this creature as something that actually shows up. And this is where it's originally from. They actually nicked it from the Penumbra tech demo, would you believe? For the record, I want to say now, actually, when I'm sort of thinking about it, because this thing is nearly 10 years old, it is kind of buggy. So I'm hoping that I can get through in one go. But I might not be able to, so if I have to make a sudden massive edit, please bear with me. Anyway, yeah, this game is kind of responsible for getting me into PC gaming. I sort of went from here, playing other games, the Half-Life series and others from here on. But yeah, this was definitely the game that sort of got me into PC gaming. So playing this for you is kind of an important point for me. You know, it's like it's almost like coming full circle in that sense. You know, sort of creepy. It's almost like, as I say, coming sort of full circle, going sort of back to my sort of roots, if you will. Get up there. I'm probably not going to be commentating too much about what's going on in the game. It's pretty short. I mean, as I said, it's just a tech demo. You know, you can play it in a good half hour easily. And so anyway, yeah, they released this sort of tech demo to say, look what we can do with the engine, and it was really well received. People sort of loved the style of the horror. People were, you know, actually genuinely quite scared by it. A note for you to read. And it became so popular. I mean, they weren't originally planning to make Penumbra as a game. It was originally just going to be, you know, here's a small tech demo we're calling Penumbra, enjoy. And a lot of people did. Lights going out all over the place, honestly. But yeah, it became so popular that they decided to make a proper, fully fledged game out of it that became the Penumbra series. That, of course, then led to Amnesia, and that then led to SOMA, which isn't out yet, although I've already pre-ordered it on Steam. For the record, I don't think I'm going to be doing a blind Let's Play of that. I did enjoy doing the blind Let's Play of Amnesia. I mean, it was good fun and all that. But I don't think I'm going to do one of SOMA, or SOMA, or however the hell it's supposed to be pronounced. Mostly because I just don't want to, you know? I'm sort of perfectly happy and content to just play it myself. Woo! Power cord. So, yeah, I probably won't be doing that. I've got another game that I really want to play. Oh, interestingly enough, remember how in my Resident Evil Let's Play, I said, I'm waiting for this game to come out. I don't know when it's coming out. Hopefully it'll be soon. 2 days after I recorded that, because I recorded my Resident Evil HD Let's Play on Saturday, and the game literally came out the next Monday. So I'm currently in sort of planning and preparation for that thing in order to do that properly, because I want to do something a little extra special with it. It's going to be a longer Let's Play, and I really want to focus on doing that. So SOMA is probably going to be a game that I'm going to do on the side. Never quite worked out what that was. Anyway. So I do have another much longer Let's Play. It's gonna take a bit of time probably before it shows up. As I said, I got a lot of side thing to do first. We'll see how it goes. Come on. Small fact. For the record, I mean, I probably should have said it at the beginning, but you should probably play this yourself first. You know, if you're curious about the game. Ooh, no. Something's coming! I mean, you can see all the sort of the things that ended up in the main Penumbra game, like you got the filing cabinets. You know, everything's a little sort of, it's sort of more, it's sort of rougher around the edges. It's not quite as polished. But then, as I said, it was only a tech demo. I think I'm going to jump up here. Right, let's give him some dynamite. Oh crap, I didn't know you could do that. How do I get up there? No! He's punching on me. Die already, you bastard. Oh, you son of a bitch. I know you can die. I've seen it before. Die! Haha! Gotcha! So yeah, for the record, you can kill that guy with dynamite. It takes a bit of time and a bit of careful planning and a lot of fucking up, apparently. Mix. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, I'm going to go over and get that one. Hold that thought. So, I just wanted to give you something a little bit different for once, because this is kind of an important point, not only in sort of my own personal gaming history. As I said, it was the thing that got me into PC gaming. But I think in general, horror games, especially these days, owe this tech demo a lot, because the tech demo led to Penumbra, which led to Amnesia and SOMA, but also it led to so many other games, like you know, the idea of weaponless survival horror, as opposed to things like you know, Resident Evil and games like that, which you know, it was the idea that the horror was more about just the situation rather than anything else. You know, it was an unpleasant place to be, and if you ran out of ammo, then it was quite worrying. But for the most part, you know, Resident Evil is considered not that scary, which, let's be honest, it isn't. I mean, don't get me wrong, great game. I love the Resident Evil series, or at least I love the classic Resident Evil series. I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yay! Another note. Which is just codes, pretty much all of which you've already got. As I said, I mean, it's not very long. You can easily blitz through it in a good half hour. In fact, to be honest, I'm pretty much already done now as it is. I've got everything I need in order to actually finish, so I'm going to be moving towards the end. So, as I said, I just wanted to showcase this for you, because it is an important part of gaming. All those horror games that owe so much to Penumbra and Frictional Games, you know, Outlast, and just all those horror games that have come out with the idea of you being alone in an area and completely weaponless. I mean, even the frigging Slender games owe things to this. You know, they really, really do. And I just wanted to show it to you because, well, for me it's important. But anyway, let's end it. Clunk. And so that's it. Thank you for listening to me prattle on. Hope you enjoyed this little bit of history. And as I said, download link in the description. Give it a go. For the record, as I said, it is very buggy. And, oh, one thing I did completely totally forget to mention. If you want to adjust the resolution, go into the game files and do it there. Just open it up in, like, Notepad or something. And then save it. Because you can't adjust it in the game for some reason. I don't know why. It's just the way it goes. Anyway, thank you all for listening. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.